This is Ted Hoff at Cottonwood Ranch and Kennel here in Crawford, Colorado, in the west slope of Colorado. Today we're going to do a quick obedience training with this 1-year-old female Labrador Retriever. Just a quick little on-lead obedience. So first thing is we have her on lead. Have to have this nice and loose, keeping it loose the whole time. Her correction is just a quick little pull, and that's her communicating. My training all based on pets and praises. No cookie treats here, just pets. So we'll just get into our little routine here of a sit, stay, heel, come, and down deal, and on we go. So the first thing, I'll have her sit for me. May, sit. We're just my sits till further notice. In other words, a lot of dogs already know sit, but we're going to sit and actually clock in for a minute. So she knows just to wait till my command. First thing I want to do with May is be able to verbally praise her, tell her, good girl, May, good girl. And that's not a release command, so I still want her to sit there. I'm going to kind of watch her body language to keep her on sit. Good girl. Next thing I want to be able to do is I want to be able to touch her with a praise. Just a quick one. That's a good girl, May. But that doesn't mean go anywhere. It just means sit still. Next thing, we're throwing a little motion in here. Just because my feet move around, she's still to sit and stay. And I can just reinforce that. Sit, May. Good girl. Sort of repetitiously, I'll reinforce it with the sit. Good girl, May. Moving around, she's a good girl. Just have her sit. Same place. When we're finally ready to go, I'll release her and we're going to start off on a heel. Right at my left side, I'm still looking for that loose. On heel, I can go different directions, different speeds, and I still want her sort of right in this zone here. Pretty quick praise. Good girl, May. She's so good girl. And again, good girl doesn't mean go anywhere. Just getting that praise. Like instead of giving her a cookie, you're right there. All right, May, heel. Heel. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Give a command. As soon as she does what I ask, she gets a praise. Sit. Good girl, May. Heel. And sit. Good girl. Heel. Sit. So dogs learn through repetitious routine. In other words, we get it doing it 2 or 3 times the right way, we're on the right track. What we're also watching in dog training, especially with these young puppies, is what I call a little list of escapes. She just displayed one, the quick yawning. And that's basically her little deliberate attempt to leave training. So we're going to watch that. This is still a sit. Good girl. No yawning, no mouthy, no leg down, no getting up, going anywhere. Me, down. Lay down. Down. Good girl. Down. Same as sit. On the down, I'm going to have her down until further notice. Really important she doesn't just hop right back up. I'm going to watch her body language if she tells me she's getting antsy or something, so I can again just reinforce that down. Especially if another distraction appears in the middle of my session here. Like another dog, people coming in, you know, Labradors love to say hello to everybody. So if that happens, I'm going to really reinforce the down, the stay down. Good girl, May. And again, I want to be able to praise her with the positive, but it doesn't mean go anywhere until I ask her to hop and sit. Nice. When she does it, she gets her pet. Everything we're doing here is because we're getting pets. Isn't that terrible? Okay, heel. Heel. Keeping this leash loose all the time. It's really important because that just, for her, tells her she's a good girl versus this. This is like, oh shoot, I'm in trouble. Keep it loose. Good girl. Happy, but not too happy. You can give her a little correction. You need her attention. Good girl, May. Heel. Go different directions. Heel. Again, different directions. Right at my side. Sit. Nice dog. Keeping this blue leash loose. U-shape all the time so I can drop it. Doesn't matter if I hold it. Ask her to sit and stay. Our hand signal for sit and stay. Just an open hand. May. Sit. So if I lose her with her attention, she starts looking around. I'm going to get her back with her name. Just reconnect with her. May. Sit. In other words, she starts looking out the back window or looking around. May. Sit. Good girl. She's not in trouble for doing that. You have to remember that. All dogs do that. So what our job as a dog handler and trainer is watch right there. May. Good girl. No yawning. Good girl. So those are little deliberate attempts. We call those. So, you know, yawning, I guarantee you, if we don't reconnect, she's going to get up and move. Not just her, all doggies. Good girl. And we want to set them up for success. So we just make sure. Now she moves. Again, she's not in trouble. We'll just make her do it again. Hey, sit. Good girl. So I'm kind of watching her. If I was paying a little bit better attention instead of talking, I might have watched her on that. And then we just start over. Right there. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Sit. I didn't say good girl. Heel. That's it. So keep this loose. 2 reasons. Number 1 reason is she knows she's a good girl if it's loose, that leash. The second reason, heel. We keep that loose. Everything we're doing on leash, we're going to be doing off leash. Heel. So we can just rest the heel. Good girl. And that's sort of our transition. See, between on leash and off leash. Good girl. Heel. And I can indiscreetly pick it up. So if that's loose, it doesn't matter for her. All the same commands. Sit, stay, come, heel. We want them working both on leash and off. We'll certainly start on leash and have that working for us before we go too much further. One step at a time then. Sit. And we can have her down. Good girl. Down. May. Down. Down. Good girl. Follow through. May. Down. Come on, girl. Down. Down. Good girl. Down. Right in. Good girl. Down. Okay. Up and sit. There's always some more things to work on. Okay, heel. Sit. Gets a correction for the shake of the ears. Sit. That means she's all done. She gets to do that when I release her. And that means, oh, I feel much better. We don't get to do that just yet. We're still in command. So if they do that, you have to quickly give them a correction and then just reinforce the sit. Good girl. Right. I like the eye contact. You can see her watching me. She watches me everywhere I go. And as soon as she goes other ways, I can bring her with me. I'll go all the way around the backside. They hate because they're not an owl. What are you going to do? Oh, good girl. Sometimes they get up and move. That's a good dog. That is a very good dog. Again, got to give them lots of praises. And eventually, in a day or so, we remove all the extra little zippy and just tell her what a good girl she is. Yep. Come me. Again, any speed you can heal her. Right at my side, nice. Go slow, we don't suck in. That's it.